Hello and welcome to Seaman High School. We got another great matchup between the Seaman Vikings and the Topeka West Chargers. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Aaron. And first off, let me start with your starters. Starting up with the Topeka West Chargers, we've got Kalen Harris, number 2, Hunter McDaniel, number 4, Corbin Keto, number 12, Trevin Alexander, number 20, and Elijah Clayton, number 56. For the Seaman Vikings, we've got number 4, Trent Cox, number 13, Kobe Bonner, number 20, Kobe Jordan, number 30, Brock Hebert, number 33, Trey Duffy.
And that right there, Aaron McGill, is what I have been looking forward to for a long time. Trey Duffy back in the starting lineup. His return from January against Hayden on the road was the last game he played in. He hasn't played since then, recovering from his injury, and he is back tonight. However, he also on shortened minutes, about 2 to 4 minutes a quarter is what Trey told me. But now we head to the court to see how this Viking action will go. I don't know about you, Aaron, but I'm very excited to get this one underway here at Seaman High School. Long awaiting Trey Duffy, the return. Going to be much talk about him this evening.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I've been waiting all day to cast this game with you.
Trey walking out onto the court. However, Kobe Jordan will jump ball instead of Trey Duffy. Probably something to do with his previous injury. Nonetheless, Chargers start with the ball. It's going to be Alexander for the Chargers. Trey Duffy on the ground early, but gives up the layup. Already seen Trey's toughness back out onto the court. Very exciting to see him back in his Seaman uniform. Trent Cox feeds it over to Brock Hilbert, who is another face who's been performing very well in place of Trey Duffy. And Trey Duffy airballs his first jumper. Not a promising sign, just probably first game jitters back, because he has not been on the court in quite some time, Aaron.
Yeah, like you said earlier, it's been a little over a month since he's played some basketball here. I'm very excited to see him back.
Kobe Bonner with some great defense there. Very exciting. We got 2 home games this week. This one against Topeka West. And then on Friday, Trey will be playing the full game. Just wanted to take it a little bit easier in his first game with reduced minutes. As the first 3 is good. Trevion Alexander, number 20 for Topeka West, knocks that 3 down, increasing their lead to 5-0 here early.
Vikes really need some points on this possession here. They don't want to get down early.
It's a good point, Aaron. As Trey is already on the ground, loses that and turns that ball over. So far, a slow start for Trey Duffy. Fans want to travel. 3-pointer wide open on the way. No good. Rebound, Trey Duffy. Brock Hilbert with the ball. Drives inside. Gives it off to Kobe Jordan. Great pass. Layup is good. Kobe Jordan with a fantastic catch and shoot down low for the layup to get their first 2 points of the game. Seaman on the scoreboard. Brock Hilbert with a great
nice block.
Loses the ball, and that's going to be a foul called on Trevion Alexander as Trey Duffy comes out of the game early as Drayton Foster enters the game.
He said he only wanted to play a couple minutes per half and played about 4 minutes, about about 3.5 minutes there, I mean. So we'll probably not see him till the second quarter, I mean.
Brock Hilbert finds Kobe Bonner for three. No good. Off the front rim, off the backboard, no good. Breakaway layup just off the mark. Kobe Jordan corrals that rebound. Trent Cox finds Kobe Jordan. Kobe with a nice pass fake. Looks for Drayton Foster, but just throws it out of bounds. Miscommunication there. Tried to do a little too much, I think.
And the student section full tonight, even though it is a Tuesday night, a school night. But they are here to root on their Vikings to a victory.
The theme is whiteout, and we also have the junior cheerleader squad out here to perform at halftime. Great layup there. Harrison with the under the goal put up there. Trent Cox with the ball, feeds it back to Brock, looking for an open teammate. Trent fakes out the three, pulls up jumper. That floater's no good. Stolen away, wide open fast break. Tried to dunk it, I think, but just gets the little floater to go. A little finger roll finish there as Coach Craig Cox calls his first timeout of the game.
Yeah, the Vikings down early, down by 7 now. Just on their last couple possessions, not able to get, buckets to fall.
And as we hit just under the 4.5 minute mark, what do you think the Vikes have to do here to regain the lead as they are down 9-2 early?
Well, like I just said, they got to make baskets. Shot couple baskets there right before the timeout, just not able to fall. And the Chargers able to recapitalize and get baskets of their own on the miss.
Kobe Bonner bringing the ball up. Hunter McDaniel, the starter for Topeka West. The big man is 6'7". He's a senior, probably the tallest high schooler I've seen come to Seaman High School since I've been here.
Yeah, and he already has 4 points early in this game.
Alexander drives inside there and gets fouled. He will be going to the line to shoot two. Foul called on Brock Hilbert. That is his first as Trey Duffy looks to check in. First free throw is good. Jake Spence also coming in.
Well, I said Trey probably wouldn't be coming back to the second quarter, and now he's back, only missing about 1.5 minutes.
Chargers have a lead of 9 early here in the game. It's looking like the girls' game all over again, just the opposite way. Kobe Bonner finds Trey Duffy, kicks it out. Trent Cox for three. Just off the mark. Kobe Bonner almost put back dunks that. He got up, but misses the layup on the confusion of whether he was going to dunk or put it up and in just with a layup. Three-pointer no good there from Topeka West as Trey Duffy gets the ball, kicks it out. Kobe Jordan almost travels, finds Trey Duffy down low, and he misses that jumper. Stone cold here. Can't get anything to go.
Well, the whole Vikings offense has been cold. They've only gotten one basket so far with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Great defense there by Trey Duffy. Trent Cox corrals it. Jake Spence driving inside. Kicks it out. Kobe Bonner passes up the three. Trey Duffy driving inside. Misses the layup. Jake Spence finds Kobe Jordan, gives it back to Trey. puts up the jumper, and he knocks his first points down from his return. It wasn't a very pretty shot, but it went in nonetheless. Airballs that one, but they get the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Alexander. Uzziah Irvin checking in for Trey Duffy. Trey laughing to himself as he runs to the bench. Probably feeling a little out of shape being out for a month.
Well, he spent many hours in the gym working on just trying to get back in his groove. With being out a whole month, you know, he spent many hours, like I just said, trying to get back, trying to get healthy again, to get back out here playing ball.
It's just different when you step out on that court and play the game. Jake Spence, good defense there. Gives it over. Jumper is good. Dre Giral for Topeka West gets that one to go from the right side. And the Charger lead increases to 9 as we hit the minute 15 mark here. Left in the first. Brock Hilbert for 3. Just off the mark. Seems to be a recurring theme here in this game. Just off the mark. Not quite there, Chief.
No, the Vikes not able to get baskets to fall much tonight, with only getting 2 layups so far. But right now they're going to have a second chance with this inbound.
Uzziah gets the inbound. Kobe Bonner gives it back to Uzziah. Kicks it back out to Kobe. Brock passes up the 3. Jake gives it back to Brock, and they're going to reset. Brock, great pass to Kobe Jordan, who goes up and puts that one in.
The Vikes really playing more of a 2-3 zone tonight. Not much, I haven't seen much man at all.
Three-pointer no good there, rebounded by Jake Spence. Good press defense there. Marquise hit all go. And Uzziah is going to be hacked on the way up. He's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Uzziah went up strong after getting the rebound. Gets the first free throw to go. Tim Cox checks in for Kobe Bonner.
And with the 17 seconds left, you can see Brock Hebert at the half-court line, just making sure that the Chargers don't spend much time with this ball.
Trent Cox with great defense there. Brock almost swats that one away as we end the first quarter here. Chargers up 13-8. Little bit of a run there at the end by the Vikes, just not enough to keep the or take the lead, I should say, going into the beginning of the second quarter. But we have another 8 minutes to play until half, and you know Coach Cox wants his team to be up at half.
Well, and the problem is Bonner and Hebert don't have any points yet. The only points are coming 4 from Kobe Jordan, 2 from Duffy, and 2 from Uzziah Irving. So the big names on this Seaman offense don't have any points yet.
And I should make a correction. It is actually junior Vikette night, not junior cheerleading night. As they're walking behind us, getting ready to go and perform. Very excited for that one. Trey Duffy, sure to work out of his little slump he's got going on here. Surely will turn it on in the second half, don't you think?
Yeah, he really needs to. He shot many baskets in that time he was in. Only one was able to fall, but if this Vikes want to come back from this 5-point deficit, they really need him to be sharp shooting.
Very conservative offense here from the Vikes. Brock Hilbert for three. Gets that one to go. Brock Hilbert with a great three from the right corner.
In the last couple games, he hasn't been great. Well, he's been very poor, I mean, shooting threes. And hopefully from that three, he can spark some momentum for this Vikes offense.
Three-pointer on the way. No good off the back rim. That one was missed by Elijah Brooks. Brock Hilbert, heat check, misses that three. That one goes out of bounds, and that's going to go to the Chargers. Trey Duffy looking to check in here. Goes to the scorer's table. Score is 13-11. Driving inside, layup no good, but the putback is good. Dre Durall gets that one to go.
And it looks like the Vikes are playing, like I said earlier, they were playing a 2-3 zone, but it looks like they're now playing more of a box and one, which means four people on outside of the block, and then one person chasing playing man on one person.
A whole mess of a possession there. But it's going to stay with the Chargers after that whole confusion. Trey Duffy checking in for Kobe Jordan.
Vikes really need to stop here, down by 4, really need a basket.
And that's something Trey Duffy can do. He can definitely defend. Right in his face, though, the contradiction of what I just said. Hunter McDaniel, the 6'7" forward, hitting the three there. Quite an unusual sight.
Well, that's his second three tonight.
And Trey's going to travel there. A little confused with that call. But Trey is just not his night. Just having a little rough spell trying to come back and be the old Trey Duffy we used to know. Because I know it's still there.
I just think he needs to wake up. It's been a month since he's played, and, you know, just shake off the cobwebs real quick and, you know, start playing like he used to.
Chargers are going to get the foul there. That one's going to be called on Trevion Alexander. That's going to be a second foul, team's fourth. And Seaman has only fouled once this entire game.
Yeah, and that's rare for this Seaman team. They normally are known for fouling a lot in games, but with one foul, that's pretty good.
Kobe Jordan off on the jumper there. Barely hits the front rim. Passes up the three there, drives inside, and Kobe Bonner swats that one away. I think he thought he was playing volleyball there, just sends that one back. But the put back is good for the Chargers, keeping the lead to 9. Kobe Bonner for three. No good. T. West with the rebound.
Just many missed opportunities there for the Vikes offense. Not able, they've been shooting shots, but just they haven't been able to fall, which has just increases T. West's lead to 9 now.
It's going to be a travel call there on the Chargers as Trey Duffy checks out of the game and Jake Spence trots onto the court. Kobe Bonner really trying to get his team to get a score here. Kobe Bonner kind of taking control of the team last week against DeSoto, being down at half and then bringing his team back to win that one 48-44 on the road.
Yeah, and one problem also for the Vikes, Bonner doesn't have any points yet, and we're well into the second quarter now, and that's just one big problem. He shot a 3 there, not able to fall. You know, all of his shots so far tonight have not been able to fall.
And that's part of the grand problem, Aaron, is that no one can really score on this Viking team right now. Brock Hilbert had a 3 earlier that was pretty huge to start a little bit of a spark of a run, I guess you could say. As that ball is deflected out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Chargers. So a very uneventful deflection there. As we look to approach the 3.5-minute mark here in the second quarter, Chargers still up 9, 20-11 is your score. Vikings really looking for another stop here. Three-pointer, that was deep and that was long, but the putback floater is good. Dre Giral doing a lot of work down low this evening.
Yeah, and Dre Giral is off the bench, not starting tonight, but he is the Chargers' lead scorer so far.
Brock Hilbert for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Corbin Kiddo for the Chargers. Drives inside, kicks it back out. Trent Cox kind of deflects that one, but corralled again by the Chargers. Kiddo holds the ball, finds his teammate, Mr. 6'7", finds the pass down low, but that one is taken away by Jake Spence. Great defensive effort there from Spence. Brock Hilbert passes up the 3, drives inside, misses that contested layup. And the Chargers have been playing superb defense here this evening.
It also helps when this Vikes offense can't make anything. It's like, I believe they're on a drought of about almost 3 minutes now of not shooting, well, making anything.
And I think it's just kind of messing up the mojo of this game, not having Trey how he used to be and just subbing him in and out, so you can't really rely on Trey at the moment as he's very in and out, can't really get it on a hot streak with him.
But I think if he gets on a hot streak with the limited time he's in, I think Coach Cox will probably make the decision to leave him in there.
It all just depends on how Trey's body feels. Definitely will be fine by Friday. Just under 2 minutes here. Chargers still up 11. And that's the Seaman score, so they need to double their points. Three-pointer on the way, just off the mark. Rebounded by the Chargers. And they're going to put a jumper up, and it's good from the left side of the free throw line. Alexander puts that one in. The 6'1" sophomore. Bright future ahead of him. Kobe Bonner finds Trey Duffy, and he puts the jumper in. Trey Duffy now has 4 of the team's 13. And Trey's already helping this team in the short amount of time he's been in.
Well, he's going to have to help a lot more with this team still down 11.
Trent Cox taking the charge there, really sacrificing his body to help the team as Mateo Hyman checks into the game for Trent Cox. Mateo Hyman, the freshman.
Yeah, and Mateo really getting a lot of varsity minutes really lately with Trey Duffy being out, but it's going to be exciting to see how how he's going to be able to evolve in this roster with a healthy Trey.
Very encouraging to see Mateo Hyman just being a freshman, similar play style to Kobe Bonner, as he puts up the three. And just off the front rim, no good, as Uzziah goes up strong and is fouled. But Mateo, definitely a bright future at Seaman High School. Definitely going to help this basketball team out a lot in the years to come. Already doing so just in the less than a year he's been here. Uzziah misses the first free throw as Hidalgo comes into the game for Callan Harrison, I should say. Uzziah comes out of the game, and it is now a 10-point game with 25 seconds remaining here before the end of the first half.
Looks like the Chargers are really going to slow this ball down and wait for the last shot with 15 seconds left.
Mateo, great defense, a little bit of a double team there. Trey, swarming defense. Great defense by Kobe Jordan. Has his hand on the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Kobe Jordan going up. It's going to be his second, as Hunter McDaniel, the 6'7" senior, goes to the free throw line to shoot two. Gets the first one to go off the front rim and in. Brock checking in for Kobe Jordan. Don't want to risk getting him any more fouls than he already does. That's early in the game. Makes the second one, increasing the Charger lead to now 12 with 5 seconds remaining. Let's see if we can get a buzzer beater here. Brock Hilbert for three. Misses all of that one, no good. And Trey is frustrated with that one as we go into the halftime break. Chargers 26, Vikings 14. We will see you back for second half action. We will enjoy the teddy bear toss here at halftime, and we will be right back for second half action. You've been listening to the SVTV broadcast from Seaman High School. Hello and welcome back to some second half action of your varsity Seaman boys basketball. If you're just tuning in, I'm Ryan Zilsdorf and this is Aaron McGill, and we will be bringing you the game here at Seaman High School. As T-West starts the game off, starts the half off with a missed layup. Very promising for Seaman so far in this half.
Yeah, the Chargers up here by 12, and really the Vikes are going to need some points like that.
Kobe Bonner hits the three from the left corner.
And not a familiar sight is Kobe Bonner. That's his first points of the game.
And they come in the second half, which, if you recall, the last game that you and I commentated here, Kobe went off in the second half. Didn't have very many points in the first half. And this could be another case of that, as we've seen early. Trent Cox kicks it over to Brock Hilbert. Trey Duffy gets that jumper to go. Lucky roll off the front rim and in. And he now has 6.
And he's averaging 2 points per quarter, which they're going to need more from him for this comeback.
The student section for Seaman has diminished drastically after that teddy bear toss we had at halftime. Just a real empty vibe now from the right side. What great no-look pass. Trey Duffy with the layup. That was a great no-look pass from Kobe Bonner and a great execution from Trey Duffy. Floater no good. And this is a promising sign. However, Seaman does lose the ball. Picked up by the Chargers. Kiddo drives inside and misses the wide open finger roll finish. Brock Hilbert with the ball. Feeds it over to Trent Cox. Kobe Jordan with the ball. Gives it back to Trent. Trey Duffy, turnaround jumper. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Elijah Clanton, the 6'6" senior for Topeka West.
Yeah, now we see the Chargers slowing it down, try to get a good basket here.
Kind of just took the ball away from him there. Brock Hilbert with a fantastic steal. But I believe they're going to take that one back and give it to the Chargers.
No, I believe it's going to be a foul on the Chargers. It's going to be a foul on Kalen Harrison there, and it's going to be Vikings ball.
That's a good sign, as the lead for the Chargers is cut down to just 7 now. Vikings going on a little run here. Uzziah going up and is hacked.
Uzziah not starting tonight, but has had the majority of the role with Trey Duffy not on the floor as of right now.
Makes his first free throw. Second free throw rolls around the rim and out. Rebounded by the Chargers. Full head of steam. And they're going to give the Chargers a timeout there as we go into this break, Aaron. We've obviously seen that Seaman has been putting up points, which is good, great improvement.
Yeah, they're going on a run right now.
What have you seen them do differently this second half than they did in the first half?
Well, right now they're shooting a lot better than they did pretty much the whole first half. They actually have been able to get their shots to fall, able to find Trey and Uzziah inside the paint to get a layup. But also their defense, just like we saw with Brock, able to just take the ball out of the Chargers' hands and drive to get a basket.
Trey Duffy not on the floor right now. We should see him soon, however. Kind of a quiet, non-game mood right now. A lot of people just out of it.
Well, the band did leave at halftime, which I feel like takes a lot of the not momentum, but vibe out of the game.
Chargers lead this one 30-22 with 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Game is still manageable. However, the Vikes are going to need to get on a little bit of a run here, and that sure does help a lot. Kobe Jordan with the bucket there, and that's going to be a bad pass from a fellow Charger to another. That one goes out of bounds. Great defense by Brock Hilbert. Kobe Bonner brings the ball up the floor to try to make this a single possession game.
Yeah, able to take it down to 3 or 4 point lead for the Chargers, which at the start of this half, their lead was at, I believe, 12.
Kobe Jordan driving inside. Floater no good, just off the front rim. Hung on there for probably a good second and then fell off. Good ball movement. Deep three is good. Great three-pointer there by Corbin Kiddo. Good friends with Kobe Jordan. Funny to see those two run around the court together as Trey Duffy goes to the scorer's table to come in. Kobe Bonner fakes the three, drives inside, splits the D, and gets the layup to go. Kobe Bonner with a fantastic move to the rim, finishes that play, and makes it a 7-point game. Risky pass there. Jumper no good, rebounded Brock Hilbert, and that one's stolen away. But Kobe Jordan corrals the ball as they start to settle it down here. Try to get smart shots. Kobe Bonner for three. Knocks that one down. Kobe Bonner, fantastic three, and Kobe is going off here in the second half.
Yeah, Kobe, no points in the first half, but this quarter alone has 8 points. And now it dwindles the Chargers lead down to 4, the lowest it's been for a very long time.
Jake Spence joins Trey along with Drayton Foster, looking to check in after this first free throw. Free throw no good off the back iron.
Too many guys for the Vikes right now. Jake Spence is going to come off.
A little bit of a rookie mistake there from the Vikes.
Chargers now playing more of a press defense here, going full court.
Drayton misses the layup there, tipped up and around, and that's going to stay Viking basketball. Topeka West players not happy with that call, although that was by far a great call.
Yeah, it was definitely tipped out by number 13, Elijah Brooks, for the Chargers. And now Vikes are going to have a second chance.
Jake Spence backing up the ball a little bit. See, drives inside, backs it up again. Finds Trey Duffy. Finds Trent Cox. Back to Drayton. Trent could have got a three there, but Trey kind of waited on the pass. Finds Trey Duffy again, puts it up. And that jumper is good. Trey Duffy, I believe, has 8 now.
He actually has 10. That is 6 points for this in this one quarter.
Trent Cox taking the charge there. And Aaron McGill is keeping your stats for you during the game, so we have the most accurate information.
Well, but I want to just talk about Trent Cox for 1 second. He has not scored yet this game, but like he just sacrificed his body to take the charge there. But he's just been a great defensive man tonight. Really has frustrated the Chargers on offense.
As we get about to the minute 45 mark here, Seaman finds themselves only down 3. Much different than it was at halftime.
They could tie right here.
Trey Duffy gives it over to Brock for 3 to tie it up. In and out. Trey Duffy looking for the rebound, but Trey Duffy's going to pick up the foul. No, it's going to be called on Drayton Foster. Drayton Foster's going to pick up his first, and that's going to be Seaman's second team foul.
Yeah, just like the last game, like the girls' game, very low foul contest here with only 5 collected fouls for both teams. Vikes really need to stop here if they want to tie.
Three-pointer on the way, no good by Hidalgo. Misses the wide open floater there. And now there's going to be a foul called on Kobe Jordan. Not happy with that one at all. And he can't believe it. Absolutely flabbergasted. It's actually going to be called on Brock Hilbert. That would have been Kobe Jordan's 4th, but instead it's only going to be Brock's 2nd. That's kind of huge for the Seaman Vikings. Misses the first free throw there as Uzziah Irvin comes into the game. Uzziah Irvin back in for the Vikings. Second free throw is good, making it a 2-possession game once again. T-West up to press, which has been very effective so far late in this third quarter.
And they really started it late with their lead dwindling down. And it's worked so far against this Vikings offense.
Great no-look pass there by Jake Spence, but Brock is hacked on his way up, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 to make this a 1-possession game once again. Brock Hilbert going up strong and looking for the foul, and he will get it.
Brock has not scored since the first quarter. Hopefully these two can get him on the board again.
Brock knocks down his first free throw. Second one on the way. He knocks the second one down. And it is now a 2-point game for the chance to tie this thing up going into the fourth quarter as we have 40 seconds remaining. Holding on to the ball, but I think too long to hold on for the last shot.
Yeah, I really think the Seaman Vikes need to pressure the ball handler here, try to get an own possession of their own.
However, they are showing signs that they are going to hold this till the buzzer at the end of the third. And I think they will, Aaron.
Yeah, dwindling down to 6 seconds, and there's going to be a foul called.
Trent Cox picks up the foul as he slides over, trying to block the entryway to the lane, and he's going to pick up his first, which isn't really a problem at this point in the game.
Well, and it's going to make it harder on the Chargers to get a shot off with only 6 seconds left.
Great defense there. Double team, and that should be a travel, and they will call it a travel. And Kobe Bonner just pulls up from half court just for no reason and almost hits it. So right now the Vikes have 3.1 seconds here to get a shot off to have possibly the chance to take the lead.
I would give it to Brock right here for a deep three, and they're going to have Trey coming in too for Drayton. So if they can't get it to Brock, throw it all the way down to Trey for the easy bucket.
Kobe Bonner pulls up. Oh! Off the backboard, front rim, backboard again, and off the front rim, and no good. Almost hits that one from almost half court. But as we head into the fourth quarter, Vikings trail this one 35-33. What are your thoughts on Seaman's chances of coming back?
Well, they're a lot higher than they were at halftime. The Vikes were down by, I believe, 10 at halftime, and they're only down by 2 with the Chargers able to shoot well in this contest so far, but the Vikes just able to shoot better and get more rebounds and just able to play better ball in this second half than the Chargers.
This would be a huge confidence booster for the Vikes, getting a win, getting back-to-back wins, I should say. And definitely the first win back with Trey Duffy. Very similar situation to the K-State basketball situation when Dean Wade was out for quite some time. Dean Wade comes back, and K-State is on a roll right now. K-State has won 8 consecutive Big 12 games, and it's currently trailing Texas on the road 24-22 with 7:39 remaining. So if you're at home, that would be a great game to watch. Possibly 9 in the making as Brock pulls up from 3, and he knocks it down! Brock Hilbert from 3.
Now guess who has the lead? Back from a 10-point deficit, now with a 1-point lead is the Junior Vikes, the Seaman Vikes.
And this could definitely spark a momentum and get a run going here for the Vikes. Very low-scoring game, though. And that's going the other way.
Yeah, but with Brock, let me talk about Brock's 3. You know, Brock is one of the better three-pointers on this Viking offense. Have had not very good days the last couple games, the last couple weeks, I mean. But able to get that clutch 3, and the Vikes possibly could go up by 2 possessions here.
Kobe Bonner bringing the ball up the floor. Finds Brock. Looking for Trent Cox and finds him. Gets it over. Kobe Bonner for 3. Just off the rim and out. That one's no good. Bucket no good there for the Chargers. Kobe Bonner full head of steam. Here he goes. He's going to slow down a little bit. Trent Cox with the save there. As we looking close here to reaching the 6.5-minute mark. Trent Cox for 3. Off the front rim, no good. And it's a 2-on-2 break. Layup no good. The layup is missed by Hunter McDaniel, the 6'7" forward, and he has been stone cold this second half.
Yeah, McDaniel only been able to has scored 9 in the first half, none so far in the second half.
Brock Hilbert, a great move. Can't score, but Drayton, fantastic putback, right hand putback. Gets the lucky rolling in, and Seaman is up 3 now, 38-35 with 5:50 remaining. Student section getting into it. And that's going to be a charge. Trent Cox takes another charge. That's 3 here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, Trent Cox has not scored any tonight, but that is his 3rd charge he has taken. And just a great defensive I should say, game for Trent Cox, just in general.
And Trent cannot wipe that smile off his face. He is feeling himself right now. This is definitely more exciting than I thought it was going to be at halftime, Aaron.
Yeah, I wasn't looking too good at halftime with the Vikes down by 10, but able to rally in the third quarter, come in within 2, and then now in this quarter able to take the lead by 3 now. And just, what do you think is being said in that T-West huddle?
Just keep playing like they were playing. I feel like Seaman is right now is playing to win, and T-West is just playing to not lose. In a situation where T-West was on a roll earlier and they were playing to win, they had the momentum on their side. But right now, that momentum is in the court, no pun intended, of Seaman. Kobe Bonner driving inside. Is swatted away. Uzziah Irvin corrals the rebound, finds Trey Duffy down low, and he is fouled. Hits the ground hard. Indicates he's okay.
Yeah, just making sure he's okay. You know, his first game off his month-long injury. Don't want to see him, you know, taking real hard hits much or falls on the ground.
Trey Duffy going to the free throw line here to shoot 1 and 1. This should be 2 free throws coming though.
This is where he has been great this season, but not making that one.
Misses that one off the front rim. His shot has definitely been affected, not being able to practice very much this last month.
And can I just say that most of the points from the Chargers tonight have been off the bench. You know, not many points scored with the 5 starters.
Uzziah Irvin fouled on the way up. Mixed emotions here. Seaman crowd hyped up, and T-West crowd letting the refs hear it. First free throw is good for Uzziah.
Yeah, Drayton coming in for for Trey Duffy with a minute. I'm sorry, 4:50 left in this game. Lots of ball left to play.
Second free throw is good.
Yeah, those are 2 very clutch points there to put the lead back up to 3.
With 4:50 remaining here in the game.
Now the Chargers going to play a full court press here early in this fourth quarter.
Kobe Bonner goes back up, but is swatted away. No foul called. T-West almost had a fast break there, but they have to bring it back out and reset. Pull up Jay. That three-pointer is good. Clutch 3 for T-West. That 3 is good by Marquise Hidalgo coming off the bench. 5'8" shooting guard. He's a senior. And Seaman's going to call a timeout here. Seaman now trails this one 42-40 with 4 minutes remaining here in the game. Aaron, What do you think Coach Cox is saying in that huddle now after losing their lead?
Well, they just got to stop the fast break. You know, the Vikes went on a little run there, not being able to make a shot. But off the misses, the Chargers went down the court very fast, and able to get some easy fast break points. And the Vikes need to have some players back that are not going for the rebound to defend that full court press.
Those are some great points, Aaron. Some points, keys to victory.
We've got Trey back out there. Hopefully he can come in clutch for this Vikes.
Brock for three. He hits it. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Brock Hilbert. And he helps Seaman take the lead, 43-42.
Yeah, Brock having 6 points this quarter alone. Been trying to put this Vikes on his back, lead them to a victory.
Trey Duffy, as you said, Aaron, is in the game, and I can't imagine Cox taking him out. It's going to be a turnover there. Seaman basketball.
Yeah, the Chargers showing that they're going to play a full court press, but backs off.
Not trying to foul, I think.
Looks like they're going to be playing man.
Trey Duffy with that one rolls around. He just steals it right back. But his fadeaway jumper is no good. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that's going to go with the Chargers. Drayton Foster coming in for Trey Duffy. So I guess Cox is going to take Trey out of the game.
I really feel like he should put him back towards the end. If this goes back to the Chargers' way and scoring-wise.
And Coach Cox also takes Brock Hilbert out of the game and puts Jake Spence in there. Very interesting to see Cox taking two of his top scorers out of the game all at once, and there goes Brock coming back into the game. Trent looked to take another charge there, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah, it looks like Brock just went out for a quick second just to get a breather and a drink to get back out there and play some great defense.
Seaman up 1, 2:45 remaining. Looking for a defensive stop here.
Yeah, and the Chargers going to really slow it down here. Not much press for the Vikes defense. They're just going to try to find an open basket. Really dwindling this clock.
Could be Jordan with some great defense there. Pull up three from deep, and he misses that long. That three-point miss by Marquise Hidalgo. Coach Cox is going to call a timeout here with 1:59 remaining. Trey Duffy checking in as he goes to the scorers table.
Yeah, and if I was Coach Cox, I'd really leave Trey Duffy in the game for the rest of the game with 1:59 left, because I believe they really need a big man inside to keep this lead.
I feel like this game's really going to come down to defensive stops here, as both teams have been producing offensively here in the second half. And so far, Seaman has looked to be the better defensive team tonight. So this could be a very interesting second half.
Vikes are going to get the ball here to make it possibly a 2-possession game, which would be huge.
With just under 2 minutes remaining here in the game.
And Trey Duffy is going to has his hands on his knees on the low block there. See if he can clutch up here and get this team a victory.
And a quick reminder before things start getting even more intense than they are right now. Tomorrow, this Friday's theme is Pink Out as Seaman hosts another home game. As Brock Hilbert dishes it down low and Trey loses the ball. Just a real, unlike Trey, move there. And Cox is going to take him out. Doesn't seem too horribly frustrated with Trey. Minute 39 remaining here. Vikes up 1, 43-42.
So
a defensive stop here would be huge.
A missed possession there for the Vikes. Not able to get any points with only a 1-point lead here. And the Chargers very capable of just dwindling this clock.
Kobe almost steals that ball away. Bonner, great defensive effort. Driving inside, almost turns the ball over. T. West working the perimeter, driving inside. Gets the layup to go. And T. West takes the lead by 1, 44-43 with 1:08 remaining. Timeout on the floor. Trey Duffy checking in once again. It's going to be a T. West timeout.
Yeah, and I really think that T. West is going to play full court press here. You try to use all their energy to trap this ball and try to steal this ball back and go up.
This is going to be a very exciting minute of basketball here, Aaron.
Yeah, so let's see if the Vikes, with their return of Duffy, clutch out a win at home. Just 1:08 left to see who the victor in this one is. Like I said, the Chargers playing some full court press, but pretty lax there, not really trying to trap the ball.
Trey Duffy working it down low, tries to get a shot up, misses that layup, tried to do too much, I think. There's going to be a foul called on Kobe Jordan. That's going to be his 4th.
But it's not going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be an inbound with the Vikes with only 6 fouls.
Oh, that's going to be Trent Cox. And that's fortunate for the Vikes as he only picks up his 2nd.
Vikes really need a steal here with 50 seconds left with a miss possession there. Not able to get any points, down by 1.
40 seconds remaining. T. West with the ball up 1, 44-43. Steals that ball away. Kobe Bonner with a great defensive play. Jake Spence with the ball. Finds Trent Cox, and that's going to be a timeout from Coach Cox. 29.2 seconds remaining. T. West up 44-43. Kobe Jordan looking to check into the game here. This is going to be a very exciting 30 seconds right here.
Yes, and that was a very smart timeout by Coach Cox, because what really needs to happen is the Vikes really just need to hold on to this ball the whole time, this whole 29 seconds, and get a 3. A 3 would be ideal, but if they can get a 2, it would be the smartest play here. But they really just need to hold on to the ball. The Chargers are going to probably double team the whole time, which is going to leave someone wide open.
Although the risk you do take with double teaming is getting swindled and going inside. getting mixed up in miscommunication, and there could be an open bucket with the double team. It's kind of a 50-50 toss-up there when you risk the double team.
We'll just have to see with the 29.2 seconds left in this ball game. Trey going to be down on the inside block for the team, for the Vikes here.
Kobe Bonner with the ball. Gives it over to Trey Duffy, back to Bonner. He drives inside, kicks it back out. Trent Cox for three. Off the front rim, no good. Kobe Bonner saves it, keeps it alive. But T. West is going to steal the ball, and he gets thrown up into the air. Fouled by Trent Cox, flops a little bit, a little over dramatic, trying to draw the foul. And boy, did that work.
Yeah, and I really didn't think that three was necessary. They still had about 15 seconds left to find a different shot. I think they really needed to find an inside shot.
Callan Harrison now, number 2 for Topeka West, shooting 2 at the free throw line with a possible chance to make this a 2-possession game, or a 1-possession game. To make it a 3-point game, I should say. Front rim and in, gets the first free throw to go. It was a 1-and-1. And now T. West leads 45-43 with 11.7 seconds here. Second free throw on the way. Is good.
Vikes need a 3 to tie here.
Coach Cox is going to call another timeout. This place could get rather hectic here with just under 12 seconds remaining. You got T. West in the situation where you got to really stop them defensively. And then you got Seaman on the other side where you really got to score.
Yeah, and I think there's only one possession left here with 11 seconds left. The Vikes really need to inbound it quickly and find, hopefully, Brock or Colby Bonner for the 3 to tie. It's going to look like Trent Cox is going to inbound it, and Trey is going to run all the way down to his side of the court.
Seaman's really going to have to do something amazing here if they're going to win this game. I could possibly see overtime in our future, Aaron. Kobe Bonner bringing the ball up, gives it over to Brock Hilbert, steps back, 3. Yeah! Brock Hilbert for 3! Half court heave, full court heave is no good! Brock Hilbert with a huge 3! And we're going into overtime. Brock Hilbert with a huge 3, contested, double teamed.
What did I tell you? Brock or Colby needs to hit this 3 if we're going to overtime.
And Brock is going off right now. Going crazy, feeling himself, getting hyped up. Student section was loud. And we're going into overtime, Aaron. 46-46, 4 minutes of overtime.
I don't get enough room to put down these stats.
Well, that's not always a bad thing, Aaron.
But Brock had 8 points that fourth quarter, and just a great performance by him tonight.
Huge shot from Brock Hilbert. And you called it, Aaron. Give the ball to Brock Hilbert. I would have been willing to bet money that shot was no good. It didn't look like he had any leg out of that at all. That was all arm strength, and he just sank that shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And it was pretty shocking, too, because he really didn't have any arch on that shot. It was just a flat, straight shot. as we get set for tip-off here. 4 minutes remaining. And you get to stick around with us for another 4 minutes of boys varsity basketball here on a beautiful Tuesday night. Floater no good. Putback is good. T-West floater, Dre Gerald gets the putback, increasing the T-West lead to 2, 48-46. Still can't get over that huge shot by Brock.
Well, it's not going to matter anything if they cannot get some points in this overtime. I mean, with the time already dwindling down to under 3.5 minutes.
Kobe Bonner finds Trent Cox driving inside, gets the layup to go. Great move down low, Trent Cox. And gets the layup to go from the right side.
Trent Cox first points coming in overtime when they're needed most.
Nothing going for them down low right now for T-West. Kicks it out. Gives it down low. Kobe Jordan, great defense. Drayton Foster almost picked that one up. And that's going to be a charge. That's going to be a charge.
I did not think those points, I thought those points were counted, but it's called a charge.
Great call there. Great call, great charge by Trent Cox. And that's charge number 4. Charge number 4 from Trent Cox. Great defensive effort. And the T-West crowd is going off on these refs right now. That was a fantastic call.
Well, now we have Trey Duffy coming in for Drayton Foster, and he's really bodying up his defender.
T-West is even more mad because the layup was good. So that's going to be a travel called there. And tensions are getting high right now. That was about as clean of a charge as you could take from Trent Cox.
Yeah, and almost halfway through this overtime here with both teams tied at 48, but with the Chargers with the chance here.
Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. Well, we think it's the ball game. We could go into a double overtime. Getting smart shots off now.
Yeah, the Chargers really taking their time trying to find an open lane here for a shot.
Deep 2, air balls that one. Put back up, great block by Trent Cox.
What did I say all game? Trent Cox having a great defensive game. Not only being able to score 2 points in this overtime offensively, but defensively just a wonderful game.
Turnaround jumper is good from Trey Duffy. And that's a huge shot, putting the Vikes up 2, 50-48 here with a minute and a half remaining. T-West fans are on the edge of their seat, both mad and trying to win this game. Layup is good, and that's going to be an and one. A foul called on Trey Duffy. I don't know if that would be called a foul.
Yeah, I didn't really see the foul there, but obviously the refs saw something I did not.
Trey was defensively moving away from the ball without his arms in the air. A rather interesting call.
Now here is the Chargers, number 23, Drew Driscoll, able to go up by 1 point.
T-West takes the lead by 1 with the made free throw. 51-50, minute 20 remaining as Kobe Bonner brings the ball up the floor. Kobe Jordan finds Trey Duffy down low, catches it, turns around, jumper contested, no good. Trey a little sore on that one, and Trey is limping around the floor a little bit.
That's not a good sign for Viking fans.
That's going to be a foul called on Kobe Bonner. Can't believe it. I don't really think he touched him there. And if you're Coach Craig Cox, I would really be taking Trey Duffy out of the game right now. Or at least talking to him to see how he feels. Because you cannot have Trey be getting more hurt than he is right now, especially with postseason play about 2 weeks away.
Now here's the Chargers possibly can go up by 3 with this make.
First one is good. Both teams now have 9 team fouls, which means they are both 1 away from the double bonus. Second one no good, which means they could still get a 2 and tie it up. 50 seconds remaining. Kobe Bonner slowly walks down the court. It's going to be a timeout by Coach Cox. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout here. Let the players sit and take a breather.
Yeah, they've had to run a lot this overtime with the ball going back and forth. But like the Vikes really need to talk about how they're going to get this next basket because they're down by 2, 46 seconds left. Really can't allow the Chargers to get down the field and score another basket, possibly go up by 2 possessions. .2 seconds remaining. I really thought this game was over, Aaron, at the end of the 4th. But Brock Hilbert puts it from deep and knocks it down. Huge play there. Yeah, but that play is not going to really matter if the Vikes, like I said earlier, able to win tonight. They're down by 2 at the moment.
As both teams come out onto the floor here. Trey Duffy gives it to Kobe Bonner. 40 seconds remaining here.
Going to the top of the key, try to set something up, but everyone's on the other side.
Finds Trent Cox, 30 seconds remaining. Trey with the ball. Spins around, tries to get up a shot, and gets it to go! What a great shot contested. And Trey is getting hyped. 20 seconds remaining. We're all tied up 52-52.
Now here's where the defense of the Vikes really needs to step up. They're going to go to the last shot, possibly over to double overtime if he misses here.
Trey with a great block. And that's going to be a charge. Trey Duffy, what a great defensive play.
And Trey Duffy is going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
That's going to be a timeout from Coach Craig Cox. What a great play from Trey Duffy, coming back on his return game and making huge plays.
Not a 1-and-1. He's actually going to shoot 2 with 5.3 seconds left in this game. Trey just really needs to get these two free throws.
Just a huge play for this Viking squad. T. West in a sense of urgency now. Need to make a huge defensive play. Or I should say a defensive stop. Don't really need to make anything too spectacular here. You just got to not let them score and hope that you see a double overtime in your future.
Yeah, but the most important part right now is Trey Duffy getting these two free throws. With 2, they're not down right now. They're actually they're tied. So with 2 free throws, with the make 2 free throws, even 1, it's very hard to go down the court in 5 seconds and get a layup. But actually, it looks like it's going to be an inbound play, not a shooting foul.
And another.
So we possibly could be going to a double overtime here. Oh, but the ball is free. It's going to go to the Vikes ball.
Horrible pass there. Trent Cox throwing it up, and we're going into a double overtime here. Charger fans wanted a foul. That was a good no call, kind of a foul on both players. And we're going into a double overtime. Well, Aaron, we're going into a second overtime. More time on the air. More time for you guys to listen to us Blabber on here.
I've only seen one Seaman game go into the double overtime. It was back in I believe 2016 when the Vikes played the Shawnee Heights T-Birds, and that was the same night of the ugly sweater dance. But it's going to be a great game to see left with another 4 minutes. Really, no team really took control of the last overtime. It's just going to be great to see for an extra 4 minutes.
Both teams, I believe, only scored 4 points in that overtime. Seaman and Topeka West getting ready to start overtime number 2 here at Seaman High School. If you're still tuning in, we appreciate it. It's a great game to listen to. Even a better game to be watching.
Well, yeah, and the real statement of the game is the Vikes came back by a 10-point deficit at halftime to now set up the game in double overtime. It's so far just been a great game to watch.
Kobe Jordan playing some great defense there. Blocks that ball. These refs are making some good calls down the stretch.
Yeah, I thought the reffing has been pretty good tonight. I think Charger fans would disagree with me on that one, but I think it's been very officiated.
Kiddo gets that one to go over his good buddy, Kobe Jordan. I'm sure they'll talk about that one after the game. Kobe Bonner goes inside strong and gets the floater to go and ties it back up at 54. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in overtime, number 2. Driving inside, it gets the layup to go, and this is much different than the first overtime when there was a scoring drought. So far, both teams shooting, or I should say, just scoring a whole bunch down the stretches. Trey Duffy and Brock Hilbert look to check in.
Well, and for both teams, last overtime, in total, only 8 points in 4 minutes were scored. So far, we're about a minute and a quarter in, and so far 6 points have been scored.
Yeah, it's so far been a heavyweight battle between these two teams, just score, score, score. And we're going to see if this pattern can continue as T-West currently leads 56-54 with 2:42 remaining in double overtime, or you could say the 6th quarter. If you're at the game, it's going to be a late one tonight.
Vikes really needing a basket here as they're down by 2.
Trey Duffy getting pushed around down there looking for the foul, but they're not going to call it. It's going to be a foul called on number 2, Kaylin Harrison.
Kobe Bonner's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Needs both of these, and we've got Halen Harrison is in foul trouble with 4 fouls.
Vikes finally in the double bonus. Kobe misses the first, hits the left side of the rim and shoots right. As Brock Hilbert comes out of the game for Jake Spence. Drayton Foster looking to check in. I'm wondering if he's coming in for Trey Duffy as Kobe knocks down the second, and out comes Trey Duffy with 2:25 remaining. Still got a lot of time left.
Yeah, his break has to be quick because they're going to need him in these last 2 minutes.
Arguably the most entertaining game this season.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. You don't see many games go into double overtime.
In high school ball. Or really any game.
Yeah, here the Chargers taking a lot of time off the clock with this possession, just passing around the arc.
Trent looking to get another charge, but they're not going to call it. Stolen away. Kobe Bonner with the deflection. Jake Spence corrals it. It's going to be a timeout from Coach Cox. And he has called a lot of timeouts this game.
Well, I believe, I'm not for certain on each timeout. Well, I mean, for overtime rules, but I believe each team has 2 timeouts they can get per overtime. And I believe last overtime, Coach Cox used both of those, but I think they're much needed in a critical 4-minute time period that you have.
I'm surprised we didn't see more minutes from Mateo.
Yeah, really.
In the second half.
Really only got about maybe 2 minutes this whole game, but it's really come down to the starters. The starters have played the most for this Viking ball. Vikes can go up with this possession with the make here. Cannot make it a 2-possession game. Only down by 1.
Kobe Bonner kicks it over to Trent Cox. As Trent Cox brings it around. Kobe Bonner now with the ball. Dishes it over to Kobe Jordan. Pump fakes, passes up on the 3. Trey Duffy bringing it around. Pull up Jay. Off the front rim, no good. Missed that one. And that's going to be a foul called on Kobe Jordan. And Kobe Jordan may have just fouled out. No, he picks up his 4th. There was a miscommunication earlier in the second half twice now about whether it was called on Kobe Jordan or not, and thankfully this is where it does pay off to keep him in the game.
Well, and I don't really think that was a smart foul because now you have the Chargers shooting 2 to make them go up by possibly 3 here with only a minute and a half left. It's going to be very critical for the Vikes to get a basket on this next possession of them.
Trent Cox now gives the ball to Kobe Bonner with a minute 20 remaining here, down 3. Driving inside, gets the layup to go. Great driving score from Kobe Bonner, and they're going to press here.
Yeah, Vikes down by 1 with a minute 13 left. Now the Chargers are going to take it over half court and really slow it down.
Kobe Bonner with some great defense. Double teamed now. Trey Duffy going to switch over now. And they're going to call the foul on Trey. All of Trey's fouls this evening have been very light touching.
Now the Chargers are going to shoot 2, possibly could go up by 3 here. That one's going to roll out.
Marquise Hidalgo misses the first, but the chance to shoot another here to possibly make it a 2-point game. Misses the second. Trey Duffy with the rebound.
Now the Vikes can take the lead with just 2 points.
Kobe Bonner bringing it up the floor. Finds Trent Cox. And now looking for someone to pass to. Finds Kobe Bonner. Needs to give these smart passes now with it being crunch time. Finds Trent Cox down low. Makes the layup from the left side. And now Seaman takes the lead 59-58 with 30 seconds remaining here in double overtime.
Just like in the first overtime, Trent Cox very quiet in this pretty much the first 4 quarters, but able to come in clutch with the basket in both overtimes for now to take the lead with 23.6 seconds left.
Topeka West is going to call their first timeout, I believe, of the second overtime. If you're at home right now listening to the game, another great game you could tune into after this, the K-State versus Texas basketball game in Austin. Kansas State currently leads that game 45-42 with just under 17 minutes remaining in the game.
Now, this is where both teams played great defense so far in this game, but if there's one defense that needs to come up top right now, it's the Vikes. 23 seconds left. The Vikes need a stop.
Couldn't have said it better, Aaron. Jake Spence, and he's the man. He's got defense for days.
We hear the crowd chanting defense. They're just going to drain the clock here.
Misses
with
the
8
layup.
seconds.
And that's going to be on
Ball's
the ground.
Free.
And that's
Ball's
all over
free.
the place. And that's going to be a timeout by Topeka West.
1 second left. A quick inbound and a miracle shot is what is needed here.
This is going to be a very emotional ending of this game. Just exactly 1 second remaining.
No.
59-58. Seaman leads this one, and now Seaman needs a defensive stop.
Yes, and it's going to be it's going to have to be very, very lucky for the Chargers to get this. It's going to well, I actually put 2 seconds on the clock now, so a little more time.
Topeka West just got called for a technical foul for calling a timeout they did not have. And that's huge for the Vikings, which means the Vikes will be shooting free throws.
With 2 seconds left.
And that's a good point, Aaron. The scoreboard keeper just added an extra second.
Yeah, and that's kind of the fault of the refs, not realizing they have a timeout left, and now they're going to have a player from the Vikes shoot free throws, and you're going to have Kobe Bonner.
Kobe Bonner at the line shooting 2 here. Jake Spence comes out for Brock Hilbert, and this is going to be huge here if Kobe can knock these 2 down. Kobe Bonner knocks down the first free throw, making it a 2-point game now.
Only a 3 can win it here for the Chargers.
Kobe Bonner makes the second, and the Vikes lead now 61-58 with 2 seconds remaining. Timeout. Coach Cox with the Vikings.
Now a 3 ties it, which is very, very grateful for the Vikes, because just like at the end of regulation, I mean, it was very unlikely for Brock to hit that 3, but he did. If you're a Vikings fan, you don't want to see a repeat on the Topeka West side. And one person a couple people I think that Seaman should guard in this would probably be Trevin Alexander, and probably, even though he's been pretty quiet since the first half, would be Hunter McDaniel. Both of those had monster points in regulation, but they also can shoot big threes. And the Vikes are actually going to get an inbound here, which I did not expect that. And the Vikes are going to win it.
Seaman wins this one 61-58 after 2 overtimes. Thank you for listening. We've enjoyed all 6 quarters of basketball. Thank you for listening to the SVTV broadcast from Seaman High School. Have a great rest of your week.